Yo, welcome to Deep Motherfucking Neighborhood. Welcome to the motherfucking neighborhood. It is Thorough Thursday. Today is Thorough Thursday, ho. Listen, bitch, I didn't realize I was so tatted up until just now. I was like, bitch, you got a lot of tattoos. I'm going to get some more. But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. If it's your first time in the neighborhood, before we do anything, we set the motherfucking vibe in the neighborhood. I was sitting here, I'm like, what do we want to channel for this vibe? And I was thinking that 21 Savage today was a good day. Didn't have to carry the cake. But I was just like, you know what? I don't know. So I'm gonna go ahead and I put in 21 Savage in my I need to go put some. I just popped a pimple on my face. Let's not talk about it. We'll just talk about a bunch of things today. But I put in 21 Savage and it was one of the first songs that came up. So apparently that's what we supposed to run. I'm a huge 21 Savage fan. Don't judge me. I look like a piggy-headed nigga today. Fuck you. I went to the gym today. What about you? Why you look like you look, bitch? You woke up like that, bitch. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I gotta get my life together, y'all.
At Discover, we match all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year. So get ready for money.
I'm sorry. I can't fast forward. I skipped this ad.
Discover something brighter.
My shit. I don't got no pants on, y'all. None.
Today was a good day. I have to spray the cake. Today was a good day. Post some activists.
Hey.
Today was a good day. I woke up with your bitch.
Today was a good day.
Cross her off the list. Today was a good day. I have to spray the cake. Today was a good day. I sold a brick of yay.
Hey, today was a good day.
My brother beat his case.
Today was a good day.
Murder with the 4 or 5, murder with the 9, ayy. Murder in that bitch.
Put the dick up in her spine, ayy.
Murder with the 4 or 5, murder with the 9, murder in that bitch.
Today was a good day.
Cross her off the list.
Of course it cut off.
Ayy. Good day. They have to spray the cake.
Today was a good day.
I sold a brick of yay.
Today was a good day.
My brother beat his case.
Hey, today was a good day. I pulled the trigger. Pull the trigger.
Pull the trigger.
Got the boy for 50 things, now he wanna kill me now. 50 drums, Aries, man, house up, do he feel me now?
All right. I'm not gonna run it the whole thing today because it's gonna be a real quick video. But yo, welcome to the motherfucking neighborhood. If it's your first time in the neighborhood, please make sure you bring it back to the bottom of the map. Make sure you go and see a video called "Welcome to the Motherfucking Neighborhood." Welcome to the neighborhood. It's the very first video that has ever been uploaded. Look, if you're not subscribed, you're not gonna be able to find that shit. It's just what it is. I ain't telling you to subscribe, but if you want to find that shit, do that shit. But if not, I really don't give a fuck. But go back to the very beginning. Watch "Welcome to the Neighborhood." You gotta watch these videos in chronological order. So so that means go back to the beginning and watch "Welcome to the Neighborhood," which is the first and the second and the third and the fourth and the fifth and the sixth and the seventh and the eighth and the ninth and the 10th, all the way to the point you came in on the journey. What's the point you came in on the journey? I'm so glad you asked. It's the video that you clicked that introduced you to me. Pause. I realized I be looking at myself when I record and it make me look so cockeyed. Bitch, I look like Crazy Eyes 2.0. But yo, what's the point you came in on the journey? It's the video that you clicked that introduced you to me. That made you say, who is this girl? What the fuck is she talking about? Do I want to like, share, subscribe? Do I want to thank you? Do I want to thank you next this hoe? Do I want to thank you next this hoe? You need to understand that we follow two people in this neighborhood. First, not being a person in spirit. As for me and my house, we serve the Lord. And second, we follow Uncle Luke. We don't stop. We pop that pussy. We keep going past the point we came in on a journey. And we watch into the very last video that has been uploaded, if that's still an option for you. I like to tell people that this is a story of a girl and God, and you get to watch where I'm going, whether it be the White House, the Whole House, or the Pole House. And it might be all three in one motherfucking day. If you want to know a little bit about the channel and why I'm doing what I'm doing, make sure you go and see a video called The Thing About Hope. The thing about hope, bitch. All right. It's going to be this is going to be like a little daily dose. I ain't done nothing this quick in a minute. Hopefully, I could be quick. But I'm listening to, so we have I I might do it. Let me see. Let me do it just in case for you hoes this morning, this afternoon, beach. So before I hop into anything, so for all my new followers or for anybody who's just starting to watch this bitch, like I do just in case you hate the news just like me and you just want just the facts, please. That was the name of my first trial competition. What is it called? Theme. That was the theme of my first trial competition. Case that I put together. Just the facts, please. So just the facts. I'm about to give you just the facts of the news, because I hate the news. Being a spiritual person, being an empath, being a person who feels other people's emotions, I just can't watch that shit because it's fucking depressing, bitches, depressing. But the reality is, we need to know what the fuck going on around us so that we can maneuver through the waters of the world a lot easier. My friend. All right. I pulled the trigger. All right, so first things first, the Boulder shooting. Essentially, they are. I'll get to the opinion part shortly. Essentially, they are starting to do tributes and vigils for the people who were killed in that shooting. They are charging the gunman, the 21-year-old gunman. He is going to face 10 years of first-degree murder. 10 years. 10 charges of first-degree murder. Today, President Biden held his first news conference since taking office. I actually caught the tail end of it, which was "Don't You Know No Good," which wasn't too good. Well, not wasn't too good. It just I didn't get to catch much of it. But it seemed interesting. Maybe tomorrow I'll tell you a bit more after I do some research as to what we was talking about. But 65 days in office. I don't know if you know. If you don't, that's okay. But most people who most presidents have a first 100 days in office goal that they intend or they would like to meet. And so one of his things was getting that stimulus relief plan passed, and that's what he did. More coronavirus stuff. It says, I'll read this to you. It says, some Democratic lawmakers have asked the president to issue a waiver of informed consent to make COVID vaccines mandatory for all U.S. military service members. I'll give you my opinion on that shortly. That's a thing, and it happened. One of the things also that I learned today is that we have an influx of immigrants at the border. This is the largest amount of immigrants that we've seen in about 20 years. So immigration, it says Biden has tasked Vice President Kamala Harris with overseeing diplomatic efforts with Central American countries to stem the flow of immigrants to the U.S. southern border. So they're trying to regulate. He put Kamala Harris over immigrant control. I think that's what was noteworthy. So that was just the facts. That's some little things that's going on in the world, just in case you didn't know. So these Boulder shootings. So one of the things that I didn't say yesterday when I talked about the Boulder shooting was the name of the young man who did the killing, and it'll be interesting to see with the Asian hate, the black hate, and if I'm being honest with you, we just kind of died down from the Muslim Israeli hate, if that makes sense. I'm sorry if that sounds extremely ignorant, and I feel like this with his name, them publishing his name, and I feel like I don't know, I feel like they definitely could try to spin it as some type of terrorist attack or some shit. I don't know, but be kind to your Muslim counterparts. Be kind to all people. There's that, there's that. The White House, I ain't really. Man, what Biden doing ain't no shit. Now, I will talk about this coronavirus. So, a lot of people, so it says a waiver of informed consent. Okay, so let me explain it to you. It says some Democrat lawmakers have asked the president to issue a waiver of informed consent. First off, I don't think that's legal. So a waiver of informed consent is saying that, so informed consent is the idea that you knew what you was doing when you did the thing. Like you knew what you was doing and you knew it could be risky, but you did it anyway. They're asking the president to issue something that says, I don't care whether you ask it. Like, you don't have to know what you're doing. You don't have to know what you're getting into. You have to take this vaccine anyway. What is these lawmakers on coke, bitch? What the fuck? Like, you can't force people to take a fucking vaccine that you don't know what's going to do to their body just because they in the fucking armed service. That violates all kinds of fucking constitutional rights. Like, there are about to be so many cases of first impression, and this gonna be one of them, because what the fuck, you trying to make me take this vaccine because I'm in something that I can't get out of? Oh no, my friend. I think that is absolutely absurd. A waiver of informed consent. What? Yeah, that'll be, I would like to sit at the table with the attorney that drafted that and tries to enforce that and has to argue that shit. I'm sorry, I don't understand what, as per immigration, I don't understand what the fuck the problem is. Just let the fucking people in it. We gotta regulate. They have that need for control. Like, what? Just let people in. If they need somewhere to go, if they want to get away from America is so selfish and so stingy. And I know, like, maybe these words will come back to bite me in my ass one day. Maybe they won't. I won't give a fuck, because that's what I feel as a human. And if not, we need to make treaties and shit with other countries. We need to make treaties with other countries that are like, look, we can't come here. You can't come here, but sure, because we're overcrowded. However, we have treaties with these places. So not only will we have to redirect you, but we'll redirect you with funds. We need to have an immigration plan, a packet or something for anybody. When they come to the border, it shouldn't be a turn away. It should be, hey, look, thank you for coming to the border. We are at capacity right now. You don't need to work on a green card. We already looked at the states, the different countries. These are the openings we have. You can go any of these places, and we're going to set you up to be in a better position that you're in. Now, you're only going to have this amount of money for this amount of time, so you have to build a life wherever you're going. I think we need something like that. But, like, people with power be having, like, if you ain't never not had nothing, then you don't know how it feel to not have nothing. So you can't help people who ain't never had nothing. There's that. So that's my slight just in case for today. I was listening to, just another astrology report. I feel like I can't even really talk about a lot of stuff because I am a student right now. I am learning. I am actually probably gonna hop off here and do some more learning. I'm taking astrology all the way down to the very beginning to I'm trying to learn it from the inside out and the outside in, so that I can really master it for what I'm about to start doing. We have a full moon in Libra. A shout out to Coyote Star. She's one of my favorite. I wait for her full moon readings. Even though I can do it myself, and I will start doing it myself, but I'm just not there yet. I'm still studying. So she talked about this full moon in Libra. She said this is be a very healing moon, a very growthful moon. And I haven't talked about this in a while, but just understand when we talk about healing and growth, that's not always pretty. Healing probably most of the time involves tears and self-realization and a lot of self-defeat and a lot of times when we realize the truth about ourselves, we get upset. Don't get upset. Just realize the truth. Ask yourself what you need to change and then change that thing. So this weekend you might be overly emotional, but understand it's happening. Whatever's happening to you is fair and just because it's happening under the Libra moon. That's how I would implore you to look at it. Libra is all about balance. Libra is all about growth. Libra is all about fairness, and while things don't look fair on their face sometimes, it's things that God sees or the universe sees, but it turns out in your best interest, whether you like it or not. And at the end of the day, you have to understand you get what you deserve. And so I very often like to preach to people, do you deserve what you got? Do you really deserve what you have? Then if you deserve what you have, you don't have to worry about it going anywhere. But if you know at the core that you don't deserve what you have, then that's what the fuck. The name of this video is going to be Protect Leo. Shout out to the motherfucking Peace Dealer. Y'all make sure y'all check out the Peace Dealer. Fucking subscribe to him. He is one of my favorite astrologists. I told you guys, the Peace Dealer, Coyote Star, the Leo King, and Wonder Star Astrology. Those are 3 astrology channels that I really, really like. I really appreciate and I really respect, because they approach astrology in their own ways. And I talked about the Midhaven podcast. It's an astrology podcast if you're an astrology nerd like me. But it's something with us being, I don't know how to explain it. I can't explain it. And when you can't explain something, that it doesn't mean that it means that you don't know it well enough. That's how I think about it. But I do know the one reoccurring theme for this year is protect Leo at all costs. I was listening to the Peace Dealer's new moon, the full moon manifestation thing. It's on his Instagram. It's not on his YouTube yet. And the one thing he was just like, so at the end of his video, he was like, pause. So today the moon is in Leo. So he said there's a lot of feeling and a lot of fire and a lot of passion. So there is that tonight. So that's the energy that we're under in the air. So it's a very fiery day because we have the sun in fire, which is always in fire, but the sun in Aries, and then we have the moon in Leo. So it's a get up and go get it, go get things done type of day. So there's that. But all of that, what you go get, what you do, all of that has to do with the conjunctions of what's going on around you. So there's that. So it's directed towards something, but you have to know the conjunctions and what areas in XYZ. Nerdy, very, very nerdy. But so he always go off on this tangent because he always say, protect Leo, protect Leo. He said, we're in a time where people just going to be coming for Leo. It's going to be for the next 3 years that people just going to be coming for Leo, because it's a time of, like, Leo is they all about self-care. They all about self-love. They're all about self. And a lot of people equate that with selfishness, and that's not it. For the people, so I think in what he's trying to say, for the people who aren't sure of themselves, they often project narcissistic ideologies on the Leos because they got a problem with they self. You can't, and I was telling Corey this the other day, that that you can't, people be like, I don't like Aries, or I don't like, no, Aries is the same unless they was born at the same day or the same time. Then you can say that they're the same. But as the minutes and the seconds change in the day of birth, people's personalities change based on the different aspects of the planets in their chart. So a person might be an Aries at core, but have so many different attributes. That's why the rising sign is very different. A lot of people might think I'm a Scorpio because my rising sign is a Scorpio, and that's what people see about me. They think that I'm mysterious, and I'm sneaky, and I'm mystic, and all of those things. But it's a lot of different things behind me. But they also probably perceive me as extremely deep and emotional. But the way I move is fair because I have that Leo moon. The way I process emotions, I always think about every perspective. I always try to balance the scales. I always try to move fairly because that's what's ingratiated in me. So it's levels to this shit. It's methods to this shit. So one, I tell you, don't just fucking generalize any motherfucking zodiac. And astrology is really truly a science. It's like math. Like if you change one variable, it changes everything, and that's how it's a science. So there's that. But he went on this tangent. He was like, y'all stop fucking coming for Leos. He's like, because a Leo will give you their motherfucking time. You will give them some bullshit. And they could have been doing something else with their life. And then you get mad at them for just being them, and because they just reflected some fucking deficit that you got, and they wasn't trying to, they was just being them. He said, get off Leo dick. He said, protect Leos. People coming for Leos, people trying to tear Leos off their pedestal, people trying to tear Leos down. Protect Leo at all costs. I can tell you from from a Leo perspective, like, I'm not your traditional Leo. Like, I'm not a self-centered person. I don't fit the template for a Leo. I'm not a self-centered person, and I don't think any Leo is self-centered. But the thing that people don't get about Leos most is we have to take care of ourselves. Like, people get it fucked up because we take care of so many people all the time, unknowingly, unopenly. Like, we keep all of that shit under wraps because that's really our culture. That's really our nature. And the moment that we take but people don't see that. The moment that we take time to acknowledge ourselves and take care of ourselves because we're worn out for whatever it is that we've been doing. Oh, we're narcissistic, or oh, we think we too much. And like Mike was saying, you could take a page out of a Leo book. Fucking love yourself, bitch. Like, and he told me, because I had a meeting with him. He was like, the sun just shine. I don't even be trying to shine. He'd be like, bro, you just, and I apologize to him. I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm not a bitch. He was like, nah, you just the sun. You just shine. And that's the thing too. So, like, to all my Leos, this is a message to all my Leos out there. You not crazy. If you feel like somebody coming for your neck, or you feel like people just projecting their fucking insecurities onto you, that's probably a real fucking thing. And this is for you at this time, especially the next 3 years. You really have to be sure about who you are, because ain't nobody patting you on the back right now. Everybody's salty with you because you might be the one who got it together, and don't say anything. Don't try to make it, especially Leos. They don't really give a fuck about having shit together or making anybody feel any kind of way. You the one who got it together, and while everybody else is scraping and fumbling to get their words, they shit together. But you've been doing the motherfucking work. You've been sitting with yourself. You've been getting your soul together. You've been getting your spirit together. That's not something that I'm saying particularly to me. That's what the fucking stars say that shit because of the last cycle that we just came out of. So because of that, like, people gonna come for your head. People gonna come for your throat. Like, they don't nobody want to see you do well. But don't get it twisted. Every zodiac has its date. So right now it's protect Leo, but in 3 years it'll be protect another zodiac sign. So to all my Leo suns, Leo moons, and Leo risings, like, this is a time for you to really stand in your power. And for real Leos, you know what that means. And I'm not gonna explain it to you. So he always say protect Leo at all costs. Protect Leo at all costs. And one thing about Leos that I know, a lot of Leos don't even know, they like, because they just do what they do every day. They don't even know that they doing anything. And they're always very confused as to why somebody would come for them, because they was like, I was just minding my fucking business. I'm just being a lion. Like, niggas, put it like this. Think of it like this. Niggas is scared of lions, and lions don't even be giving a fuck about niggas. A lion didn't wake up and be like, I want to be a ferocious being. That don't stop niggas from waking up and shooting Leo lions because they fucking, they dangerous. Anything that pushes the status quo is dangerous. So we got to get rid of it. And they try to spiritually kill you. They try to give you spiritual death. They might not actually kill your body, but they might try to kill your heart, and they might try to kill your soul. They might try to make you think that everything that you know is not real or not true. Protect your mind. Protect your heart. Protect your energy. Don't let everybody in there, because there's some motherfuckers out here trying to fucking take your energy and tell you that your energy is not what it is, and tell you what you think you are, you're not. So, like, it's all kinds of, I was talking to Corey about that shit today. It's all kinds of death. So just because a motherfucker ain't literally trying to pull up on you and shoot you in the face, they definitely could shoot your spirit down. They can make you think that you aren't the thing that you have worked so hard for. I think this is the test. Like, have you really learned what the fuck you learned, what you were supposed to learn in this last cycle about yourself? Protect Leo at all costs. And I say this, you a Leo, so don't nobody fucking need to protect you. And that's the thing too. People holler about protect Leo, and the thing is, the Leo is protecting you. Anybody who come for any man who tries to fight a lion is a fool. Hello, somebody. And you have to understand, a man can never fight a lion fisticuffs. They can't ever square up with a lion. So when they try to fight you, they not going to ever come to you face to face. They going to do some underhanded shit. They going to try to get you from a distance. They going to shoot you down from a distance. They going to make it look like something that is not, so that they can bait you and then they can knock you off. Be mindful of that. Hello, somebody. To all my Leo, sun, moons, rising. From Leo to Leo. So there's that. So today is Thorough Thursday, and I think that's a really thorough assessment for Leos. I feel like that's a message that I was supposed to get out, that I was supposed to say. Don't think that people are trying to kill your spirit. Trust me, bitches have tried to. Not only have they killed my spirit, bitch, they demolished that shit. They killed it, but they didn't know I was very Christ-like. So I got up and I was just, you thought you killed me, but I was reborn, bitch. You just knocked me down just long enough for me to rest and regain my strength for me to get up. And that's how you got to think about it. So this very astrology, like, I don't give a fuck. Hope y'all, it is what it is. You believe in it, you believe in it. You don't. But I feel like that's a message that need to get out. Today was Thorough Thursday. Really quickly, I talked to Corey about just being thorough. We just had a conversation. He had a conversation with me about Derek Jackson. We had a conversation about Kirk Franklin. We talked about a couple of things, and he really made me check myself. They could get you some friends that make you check yourself. Surround yourself, and that's the thing too. He a lion. My sister a lion. Like I'm surrounded by lions, and that's the thing too. So not only am I a lion, I'm surrounded by lions, bitch. For real. And lions in, like, my homegirl Tasia, she a lion. She got lion in her chart. So, and it's crazy because God will camouflage the lions. People might not know. He'll make it look like something else. But when you get close enough, you be like, oh, this bitch a monster. Absolutely. And like I said, the crazy thing is I don't need to be protected. I protect myself. But that's whatever. But Thorough Thursday, be very mindful of the people you have around you. I don't ever want to corner a yes man. But the one thing I always respect about Corey, and I think why our friendship is gonna go into the end of time and probably a couple of lifetimes, is because he knows how to talk to me. And he just do. He know how to get a point across to me, and I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I see it differently. It's not no, you dumb, you stupid, or no, you should have known this, or nah, you wrong. It's like, well, here, this is my perspective. You didn't think about it this way. And I always appreciate that. So as I build my team, or as I work with people, like I keep people around me based on the energy that they give me or don't give me. I feel my way through things. When you close your eyes and you close your mouth, that's when you see the clearest. And so I definitely see clearly when talking to him. I'm okay with, and any person you can't close your eyes and your mouth around because you feel afraid, then you shouldn't be around that person. Hello, somebody. Like, if I close my eyes and my mouth for 1 second, I'm afraid something's gonna happen. That's a message. That's a message hole. But just thoroughly comb through friends and family. Thoroughly comb through whatever you have in your life, because what I was listening to Dr. Ome Congo, and he said your 5 closest friends are a direct reflection of you. He said if your 5 closest friends are racist, then you're a racist too. Hello, somebody. Hello, Sharon Osbourne. Hello, Sharon Osbourne. We'll talk about that later. That's another conversation for another day. So what my 5 closest friends, if I have my 5 closest friends all ain't got no brain. All of them. I love them. I love all my 5 closest friends got heart. And it's crazy because I thought at this place in my life I wouldn't make any new friends, especially because of the things that I've been through. But if I had to have a new friend, I'm definitely excited that Corey is one of those new friends. I wasn't looking for a new friend, but God was like, bitch, y'all gonna be friends. And like I said, I feel like we feel like we've been knowing each other for lifetimes. So it's just like we picked up where we left off. But what's your 5 closest friends? Be thorough. What are they doing with their life? What does their world say about them? What's the reality that they've created for themselves? That's indicative of your life. You are a reflection of the things that you are around. Hello, somebody. I saw a meme that says, get people that are that are on a, I think, more elevated than you, so that you can elevate. Like, all of my friends can offer me something. We're all alike, but we're all very different, and we all offer very different perspectives. Me and my sister are very different in a lot of things. For instance, sex. She I tell her about my dominatrix all the time. Like, I can't wait to be dominated again. And she's like, bitch, if somebody ever slap me, I'm gonna cry, bitch. So, you know, just different things like that. So just to show you how we're very different. All of my friends, like how I speak and how I move, my friends, we're not the same. If you saw us together, you seen, if you go to my neighborhood Hope dealer, I got an Asian friend. Shout out to Quack. And then she Quack. Like, we just different. We all different, and we all offer each other different things, and that makes for a good flow. That makes for a good circle of friends. It never gets old. It never gets stale, because we're not competing with each other. We're lifting each other up. We're intertwining to make a very strong bond, and I love that, and I appreciate that. So it's been Thorough Thursday, guys. I'm gonna find something to take us out on. So thoroughly, for my Leos, protect Leo at all costs. If you got a Leo friend, you need to, I heard, so, and I say this, and this is something that I want you to take with you as I leave the neighborhood, as we leave the neighborhood. Dr. Ome Congo said in one of his conversation, as he says, it takes 17 positive comments to remove a negative comment. So if somebody gave you a negative or what says, like, for instance, if some compliment, so somebody says something negative to you, like, hey, you ugly. It takes, like, it's not a 1-in-1 ratio. So if somebody was like, oh no, you're not ugly, that's not going to reprogram your brain. It takes 17 people. It's a 17-to-1 ratio to redirect that person's brain. Hello, somebody. So if you got a Leo friend, that's Leo in any part of their chart, which we all have Leo in some part of our chart. It might be in our relationship sector. It might be in our work sector. It might be in our friend sector. It might be in our personal relationship sector. It might be in our friendship sector. But whatever area you have fucking Leo in your chart, especially those who have it prominently in their sun, moon, or rising, you make sure you take care of that Leo friend, and you're extra kind to them, because they need it the most right now, because you may not be that person that's trying to tear them down, but it's some energies in the world that are. You ain't gotta believe me. So, like, trust me, every time you see them, you make sure you give them at least 17 compliments. And not on no fuck ass shit, not on no hoe ass shit, some genuine compliments. But a Leo to a Leo, they understand it. They mean, they get that. Don't come around trying to gas me up, because I like running on E. And the thing about Leos is we can tell when you're trying to gas us up, like on some fuck ass shit, or if you sincere. So don't come around giving me compliments just to try to be on the team, because that shit ain't gonna work. We can tell sincerity from insincere people. So there's that. But that's a piece of psychology for you. For every one negative comment or compliment that you receive, you need 17 people to tell you otherwise for you to deprogram that in your brain. Think about that. Take that with you. So Thorough Thursday, be careful how you treat people, especially your Leo friends and family, because they got a lot on their shoulders. They always got a lot on their shoulders. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Heavy is the head that wears the fucking crown. And when you know that, you know that. What else did I talk about? So we talked about, bitch, I don't even remember. I got to do better with my life. I be thinking about too much. Be careful who you have around you. Have people on your team who are not yes men, but make you rethink your life, who make you rethink and say, hey, I know this is what you think. I know this is what you are trying to portray, but that's not what you're portraying. So, hey, I think you should change this. And you got to have people who got heart, because everybody can't tell you shit. Like, and that's why I respect, especially new friends that come into my life. I respect them, because it's easier to be in my life when I was younger, because I was more timid. But as I get older, I'm more vocal. And so that pushes people off. But it's like an animal with a defense mechanism. It's like a camouflage. Like it keeps the people away that aren't supposed to be close to me, if that makes sense. And that's what I'm learning. Like, if anything about me keeps you at a distance from me or makes me leave you, it's supposed to be that way, because you weren't built to be in my life, because you can't handle the person that I am. So Get you people who ain't afraid to talk to you, who ain't afraid to tell you when you wrong, or are afraid to redirect you, or knows how to redirect you. I think that's most important. I don't care what the truth is. I don't care how you tell me the truth. I don't care what the truth is. It's about how you tell me the truth and how you help me see my own flaws. And I appreciate anybody that can make me do that. For real, for real. My family, because I'm a stubborn person. You got to know yourself. You got to be honest with yourself. I'm extremely stubborn. So even my family they already know you can't tell Leanne too much. But it's not about what you tell me. It's about how you tell me. Hello, somebody. And that's just for me. Everybody has their own their own thing. So if you got a team, if you're trying to do something, you're a young hustler, you need some real ones on your team. Not ones that, not yes men, but real ones. Ones that's not afraid to be like, you fucking out your body. That you out your head, you ain't like, you not who you not looking like who you say you are. So is it me or is it you? You know what I'm saying? So there's that. But with that being said, it's been Thorough Thursday. I look like a picky headed nigga today. So let me tell y'all, this dye is dyeing all of my fucking stuff red. But that's okay. I'm about to go get some braids next week. Don't wait on it, bitch. Wait on it, bitch. I'm excited. I can't wait till I get some more ink too. I just love it. I'm gonna get a couple more tattoos on my arms, and then I'm gonna start my leg piece. Bitch, my arms, my upper body look good, bitch. I look a little solid, bitch. I look like I could punch you real hard. So there's that. Like, I'm really enjoying looking at myself, to be honest. Look, I like it with a small waist and nice hips. That's still the motherfucking motto, bitch. That's still the motto, bitch. All right, so it has been Thorough Thursday in the neighborhood. I hope that you guys enjoy this. Protect Leo at all costs. Make sure you check out the motherfucking Peace Dealer. At some point, I will give you the astrology and the science behind it. But if fucking Peace Dealer say it, then I'm going to run with that shit straight like that. So to all of my people who into astrology and Leos, any type of Leos, now don't get it twisted. It's some toxic motherfucking Leos in this world. So fuck them. Some of them motherfuckers need to be ate up, because there are that. It's a good and a bad to everything. Yeah, everybody not perfect. All Leos aren't good. There are those stereotypical textbook template Leos. So be very discernful. I know that's not a word, but discernful in the Leos that you protect. Not all Leos need to be protected, and understand that it's still a Leo. So like I said, it's a lion, and people really don't like. I know I nerd out on astrology and all of that, but I really believe in the archetypes of certain things, and I believe in the characteristics because it's a science. I've studied it. I've watched it. I am one, and I'm very cat-like in that. Like, I'm cool. I always said I want a pet lion. I think pet lions are beautiful. I think they, if you treat them right, they would be house cats. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about a lion, the only reason why I wouldn't ever really get a lion as a house cat is because it's a lion and it's not made to be in a house. And if you love something, like I say, if you love a flower, don't pick it. If you love a lion, just let it be. It needs to be free. You don't tame a lion. A lion chooses to, if a lion decides to come to your house every day and lay on your ground, then you honor it. But if it decides to get up one day and leave, you honor that too, because it's a lion. And so there's that. And again, like, lions by nature are scary. They don't have to do nothing to be scary. People fear them just because they exist. That's how Leos are. People fear Leos just because they exist. You ain't have to do nothing, baby. Niggas just scared of you because you woke up this morning. And the bigger your mane and the bigger your teeth and the broader you are and the more confident you are in doing whatever you do, the more people are going to be afraid of you. And what do we do to things that we are afraid of? We try to get rid of them because we cannot control them. Think about it. This shit get deep. All right. This shit get deep. Hello, somebody. All right, let me see. What gates? I'm in my feelings. I ain't too hard to tell you how I feel. Tap my name on it, let me know what's real. That's what we're going to go out on. Y'all have a blessed Thursday. Y'all already know I'm working. I'm going to make me some meatloaf tonight. Go get it, cause if you don't, somebody else will. Somebody else will.
Text on my face don't mean nothing. I was locked up, that don't mean nothing. When you make it through the struggle, it's in the mean hustle. The only one in my life that caught me up.
I just want to tell you how I feel.
When you say my name on it,
Let me know it's real. I ain't too hard to.
tell you how I feel. What you say, you know.
I think this is an appropriate Leo song. I'm just the realest that you done met. I'm just the realest that you done met. I'm just the realest that you done met. Still surprised you haven't noticed it yet. The realest you have.
So on back page, now I got her face down. Frowning why she takes.
She don't like to make sounds.
Bought her one-way ticket, put her on the
Greyhound.
Working out hotels right before it played out. Why you not smiling? We in the prime of our life.
Supposed to be having the time of our life.
Excuse the misunderstanding. Sometimes you be so demanding. I like to be told what to do. If I will be managed. Said some things I didn't mean.
Cause emotional damage.
I love the streets, I'm a gangster.
I love them, baby.
Your mother love me like a son, but I'm not seeing me change. A lot of bills and frustration. You a pain situation.
I'm not too hard to tell you how I feel. That's my name on it, make me know it's real. Hey, I ain't too hard to tell you how I feel. And then I know I will. That you done met. Hey, I'm just the realest that you done met. I'm just the realest that you done met. Still surprised you haven't noticed it yet. The realest you ever met. And people say how. $1 million vision, you just gotta stay down. And she gon' throw your way around. She gon' kill herself by Libra. She know I don't play around. You just got any sound. When did he get out? I tend to run.
Sometimes emotions get the best of me clearly. And I ain't never tried to straddle no fences. Been back and forth for a minute. And I know I seem real. I've been hurt. You're the only one that means I ain't too hard
To tell you how I feel.
when you tell my name on it.
It made me know it's real. I ain't too hard to tell you how I feel.
What you say you don't do, girl, you know I will.
I'm just the realest that you done met. Hey, I'm just the realest that you done met. I'm just the realest that you done met. Still surprised you haven't noticed it yet. The realest you ever met.